I used to think my movie collection looked great until one day I realized I was looking at my library and I wasn't actually enjoying it. And after a lot of trial and error, I came across 5 changes that completely transformed the look and feel of my library. And the best part, none of them are that expensive. Pause the scroll, it's time to collect. If your collection is feeling a little flat, you don't need more movies. You just need a cool setup. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 changes that I discovered and made in my library that made a huge difference in my collection and how I view my collection. And guess what? If you do just the first 2, you'll see a huge difference. Tip number 1 to vastly improve your movie library is light it up. With lights, you kind of have almost already transitioned your movie collection from being storage to being a display. You can find readily available shelf lights, pill lights, battery-powered lights to greatly improve your library and show off your collection. Some shelves are not really conducive for lights. These are the Billy bookcase shelves that we got from IKEA, and there are no holes, and I did not feel like drilling holes in them. So what I did was I bought these little plug-in battery-powered pill lights. That's where you charge it, and there is a motion sensor toggle here, and they come with magnetic stampers that you attach to the top of your shelf, or I attach to a magnetic display stand, and voila. Back in the day, I didn't really care if there was blue in my Blu-rays. I didn't care if the DVDs were a bit taller than the blues. And when I started collecting again, I thought, you know what? This kind of looks like a GameStop. Next tip, reduce the blue. And look at that, getting rid of the Blu-ray cases or sliding over a generic slip cover on top of them. Just gives everything a uniformed gallery style look. So that is another tip I do, is I get rid of my tall DVDs. Well, most of them. This one I kept. This is a Beatles DVD. I've also kept this Bride of the Monster DVD. I just could not crop or fold over this artwork. So I do make exceptions, as you should. So this is a Harold and Maude DVD, and I put it in a Scanavo Criterion style Blu-ray case, put the Blockbuster box set slip box over it, and Look at that. So now instead of having a DVD there, it just looks truly like a boutique release. All right, going with a little handheld camera here. Now for my next tip, and that is forward face some of your favorite titles. This one caused a little bit of a controversy, a fun debate in one of my previous videos, and we will address storage and physical space in the final tip, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, do you have a favorite title that you want to showcase? Turn it around, make room for it, and I'll show you how to do that. But forward facing can truly create instant artwork in your library, and it can really showcase some of your favorite titles. Look at this Alien slipcover I have. I usually have this one forward facing. Here is a Film Vault Apollo 13 steelbook forward facing. You can have so much fun choosing the titles that you want to display. I like to also rotate seasonal films. You get the picture, you do you. Make your library your own, and let's talk about how you can get more space in your library. So yeah, where do you get the space? Which leads me to the most difficult of all the tips to make your library look like a gallery, and that is to curate. So if you're lucky and your shelves are deep, you can curate duplicates. For example, I have this awesome Hannibal UCE that I recently got, and I figured this artwork looks much better than this artwork, which is the Hannibal Lecter trilogy, and this has all 3 movies in it. So I just simply said I'm just going to tuck this back behind Hannibal and forward face The Graduate. Not only do I have a nicer display of Hannibal, my titles are still back there, I can showcase the artwork, but I also gained real estate, right? So the Hannibal trilogy took up about that much space. This one takes up that much. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is I buy empty boxes like these 2, Spider-Man and Avengers. And so Avengers houses 4 Avenger movies inside of it. And the Spider-Man has pretty much every single Spider-Man movie, the Tobey Maguires, the 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies, and 3 of the Tom Holland movies. Other things I do to curate my collection is I separate certain genres. So this is my television collection up here. I have kind of a showcase of premiums here. My seasonal videos, movies are here. And the hardest one of all is get rid of movies that do not bring you joy. I know, I could hear y'all saying, Sean, these are my babies, I can't get rid of them. But I have faith in you. You can do it. Get rid of titles that are duplicates. If you have DVDs or Blu-rays and the 4K, combine those. If you have a disc that has special features on it and you just didn't get the same special features on the upgrade, or perhaps it's a DVD classic menu that I personally miss so much and you just want to have it, I buy these little paper sleeves. I put the DVD or the older version inside, and then I literally slide this into now everything is inside this awesome space-saving Amaray case. Another thing I do to save space on my shelves is I combine series into boxes. So this is a custom Terminator slip box that I bought from a friend, and I just kind of made my own Terminator box set. So I got a 40mm wide Amaray case, and I have all the movies that I consider part of the series inside, saving me enormous amounts of space. I have the original in 4K. There's T2 in 4K with a much controversial 4K scan. I have Terminator 3 on Blu-ray. I have not upgraded that yet. And I just got Terminator Salvation in 4K, which now has its own sleeve. I even saved the artwork here on the side. So I have each insert and movie there. And I even made my own cut card of the box set that I could not stand to look at on my shelf, saving enormous amounts of space. It only takes up about an inch of space for 4 movies. And by the way, give Terminator Salvation another chance. I quite like T3 and Terminator Salvation. I think they are underrated sci-fi, post-apocalyptic, great fun films. And I know this is hard for many of us to do, but curating does mean getting rid of movies. These are all movies that I am going to be getting out of my life. And when I hit 5,000 subscribers, I will be giving these away. A couple more ways you can get rid of stuff, curate your collection, is do you have room somewhere else where you can put in a cheap shelf and put your extras? So for example, my extras, family films that are cartoons, video games, cartoons, there's Harry Potter, you know, some duplicates. My kid bought this VHS of Spy Kids at a library for $1. So anyhow, find space in your house. And I know some of y'all are in apartments and you may not have space, so let's get back to a desperate times call for desperate measures. You can use these books. Remember these from the 80s and 90s? They bring back so much memories. This is what's left of my CD collection. I do have a couple. I have a soundtrack to Plan 9 from Outer Space and The Cosmos. Awesome. As you can see, you can store your artwork. You can store the discs. Look at how much you could just simply slide under your bed or put on a shelf in a closet to make room for your library to shine and look like a gallery. There are tons of storage options out there for y'all. Find the one that is best for you. This one slides nicely into my closet. And now I have a collection that truly looks like a gallery. And I couldn't be happier. I used all the tricks in the book to get it to look this way. With a little bit of work and a lot of love, you can truly have a library that fits your lifestyle. And I gotta say, I'm still buying titles, and I am dreading the day where I have to start turning forward-facing titles around. I've already had to do a couple. But I have to say, once you have an area that looks like this, it's hard to go back. I will probably always make sure that I have room, at least in this area, to forward face certain titles and have things that just look like artwork. It brings me a lot of joy. And I hope this video will help you with your collection, whether you're just starting out or whether you need to curate your collection to make room for an area that you can truly have a gallery. Have a small area in your collection that looks like a gallery. I think it will bring you a lot of joy. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think of this video and my tips and hacks. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It takes a second for you, but it helps my channel out immensely. You can also connect with me on Instagram and Media Psychos, and I do have an affiliate link with Amazon of some of my favorite movies, UCEs, Arrow releases, boutiques. They cost nothing more to you, but I do get a small commission out of those, so check out that link. And thank you. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share with me how you curate your collection. Or do you just hoard and keep everything? I want to hear from you. Let me know. Until the next one, keep your shelves curated, stay physical, and I'll see you all in the next one.